Christopher, do you want to weigh in? He's not gonna like it.
Do you really want my thoughts on this?
Shark Tank products. They get me every time. They always look so cool in the episode, and so we're back with another round of testing viral Shark Tank products to see if they work and or are useful. And I've done 2 of these videos before, so if you want to go and check those out, I will link them at the end of the video. And subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. And we're going to start with this monstrosity that is right in front of me, because I have a bone to pick with this brand. So this right here, this guy, is called PrepDeck. This was started by a man named Alexander who wanted to have a chef's station. It was inspired by the French mise en place, kind of keeping everything in its place and making the whole kitchen preparation system very neat and organized. So he has this whole system here where you have like a cutting board here that's detachable, and then all of these little bins that you can put in the fridge with all of your prep ingredients. They also have like, I've been like discovering this as I go. It's got all sorts of like, will it chop, will it slice, will it grate? Will it hurt me? Yes. You even have a little guy right here. I don't know how it goes, but anyway, it goes up here so you can put your iPad or whatever and watch through a particular recipe if you're trying to follow along, or just to have, you know, the ingredients up now determined. Does it go in here? Aha! I knew I'd figure it out. Good for me. They also have all these spots for ingredients for like herbs and spices, and then you can watch or have your recipe up on the screen, and you can kind of watch and follow along and prepare all your ingredients, which in and of itself, I can appreciate, I can understand, especially if you're in a tight space and you want to keep everything compact and together. This does make sense. So we're gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna try and, you know, shred and dice and, you know, use this whole system. However, the thing I do want to say is that took this apart earlier, and I'll just show you what happened. Guys, I was washing everything up, and look at this. Just detached the cutting board. Look, already split. Like immediately at the seam. Yikes. Do you hear that? Did this side break too? What? Oh no. So it is now cracked in 2 places, and I didn't even do anything other than wash it. Like, it shouldn't have done that, I wouldn't think. And maybe that was just like a faulty one. Maybe it wouldn't be a big deal, and it's just something that you can get a replacement piece for. Let's assume that. Okay, so let's try some of this stuff here. By the way, they did not end up getting a deal, which is not unheard of on Shark Tank, though they did have, at the time of the episode airing, I think last year, they had a lifetime revenue of about $10 million. That's nothing to sneeze at. $10 million. That's a lot of money. So since it is almost the smalls eating time, being lunch, I thought I would try and slice up some cucumber slices for them. So they have like these smaller containers, which I'm not sure I fully understand. That's the one thing about the website. They gave 0 instructions, and I didn't see any instructions in the actual packaging. Again, I'm sure I could figure it out. Tips and tricks are always appreciated. I know you know your product really well, but I don't. Also helpful, they have like measuring on the side. All right, let's do some cucumber. It is, you know, doing the cucumber. I do like that it's now in its little container here. That way I can just put a lid on it and stick it in the fridge. That's nice. Let's try some of the other attachments. Also, I don't know what this does. Lo, what do you think this does?
Is he for garlic?
Oh.
It would. Maybe. All right, let's see if we can figure that out.
Okay, where did this come from? Was this always here? I feel like it's just spawning new things. Where did this come from? Who are you? You know what would be helpful? Labels. You know when, okay, this is a different channel, but you know like makeup brushes? It's my other channel. When they write down on them the use of them, that's helpful. That's helpful for a beginner. That's helpful for not a beginner. Tell us what the brush was made for. Tell us what this was made for. And then I can choose to be creative outside of that. Let's try carrot. I swear there was a thing. Oh, here it is. I don't know if this is a peeler per se. What does this rotate mean? There's so many questions. Okay, push to rotate. Oh, saucy. Okay. Okay, well maybe that's not the right one. Oh, alrighty, here we go. Okay, so you can put this in here to kind of hold it in, and it's stuck there, that's good. Or you can have it for bigger amounts of ingredients. That's nice, I can appreciate that. And then you can put them on individually. All right, let's shred. I just wanna see how it does with like something that's harder. Ooh, stay in there. Oh, maybe I don't want you on there.
It's a finger guard for a mandolin slicer.
Okay, so that makes more sense
So
then.
the other way. But you would have to put the mandolin attachment on first, and then you would be sliding it over.
Like this?
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't go all the way down. We want this to be even like more spiky because then it's actually gonna hit into it. So, well, now we got a bunch of like fun little snacky bits for the kids though. Like, look at that. That's definitely a sun.
That's Mr. Golden Sun.
That's right, it is. So my thoughts on this. This is a lot. It's a lot. I don't think you necessarily need this. I can see a certain segment of individuals finding this to be very helpful when you are following along to a recipe. You have a ton of stuff that you're trying to prepare for and get done in advance. I get it. However, the fact that this seam snapped immediately worries me about the usability of all of these products down the road. Now, I do like all of these clear containers. I think that's awesome. I love that everything is labeled on the side. I think that's great. If you see these and you're like, yeah, I can make a lot of use out of this, fantastic. I don't see this as something that I would be reaching for. Christopher, do you want to weigh in? Any thoughts on my prep deck? He's not gonna like it.
Do you really want my thoughts on this?
It slices, it dices, it pulls the herbs through.
Get a good quality cutting board, get a good quality knife, get cheap prep bowls, and you're good.
However, this is nice looking. It all fits away. These are nice and thin to go in the fridge. I can't see myself using a lot of these pieces. There are enough pieces here where I'm like, oh, I wish it was like this, that I can't justify. Let's put your iPad on.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Originally, before when I was looking at it, I thought it was maybe like, oh, and maybe it could still be for like shoveling things in.
Sure.
But like that was its intended purpose.
It would be nice if it were thick enough to hold a cookbook. Some of us still use those, but listen, there is a market segment for every product.
I'm just gonna leave it.
You good?
I think I'm good.
Most people will not be the market segment for this product.
Did I show you that it cracked already on the cutting board? So that's not great.
Well, I mean, what I could say about it is that it is a starting point for maybe a small apartment, first place out of school or something like that, and you don't want to invest in individual pieces, big bulky shredders, whatever. It's all in one. None of these items are the best versions of themselves that you can get, but they're all here, and that's great.
And then carry it forward.
Sure.
Share it with the next person who's moving
Absolutely.
into their apartment. Okay, I'm gonna get these babies some snacks, which actually brings me into the next product, and that is the Easy Peasy mat. You've probably seen them. This was started by a woman named Lindsay. She wanted to come up with a solution that was gonna be a lot easier for the messy children in our lives. So she created this mat that has these compartmentalized things that looks like a smiley face, which is super cute. She launched it in a bunch of very like appealing, minimalist kind of colors, and it's supposed to stick to surfaces. So we tried it. It's a cute color. It's smaller than I thought, but I guess it is for like 12 months. Let's wash it, and we're gonna do Bee's daughter, Livy. We're going to do her snack, and we're going to show you the before and after. This is supposed to suction to the table and then not let go. I'm putting all of my weight into this. Lo is watching me from the corner because her daughter likes to throw things on the floor. I can't pull it off, Lo.
Yeah, just give it to Gabby.
Yeah, she'll peel her fingers underneath and then do that because she's a smart cookie. But in terms of these things, she can't.
Oh, that's usually where she grabs the other one.
Okay, so maybe she'll give up. You can only hope. Ooh, and this will be actually an interesting test because I have the, this is by Munchkin. This is their bowl, and you need to wet the bottom and then stick it down, but Gabby will always just peel it up and just fling it. So they obviously have a similar sort of thing where you kind of piece them out. I don't personally like to provide food this way. I just find that having it separated does not bode well down the road. So I'll tend to just like mix everything to every compartment, and that's how I serve food to a toddler. But we'll put both these to the test. I'll show you the before and the after, and we'll see which one made it through mealtime. All right, here we have the meal. Let's see how Gabby does. I actually didn't include footage of the after. I know I was like, look at it before, and here's the after. So I want to talk about it because it doesn't actually stick to, our table is gone. From the fire, it's being sanded down. So anyway, we have a folding table right now, it does not stick to that. It does, however, stick to this. So I thought I would show you the aftermath of Livy Lou. She did a good job, and everything seems to stay on the mat, which is nice. However, I'm gonna show you some footage that Lo took of her daughter, and she figured it out real quick. She did really good, that Gabby. Lo's shaking her head.
I have no witty quips. So I'm gonna send help.
We wanted it to work so bad though.
I bought all of the stay put stuff, thinking something's gonna work, and it's just her pride and joy finding new ways to throw it onto the ground. I was so hopeful with that one because I was like, oh, this actually sticks.
It's like a plate, like a tray. We were thinking she was gonna pull out the actual like bowl part of it instead and be tricked, but no.
If your child is not a force of nature, this is an excellent product.
So good, but if you have a child who likes to throw things on the floor or experiment with gravity in any sort of way around a mealtime, it's not gonna fix it. Most children this will work for.
Yes, most children that would work for.
Okay, now I want to talk about some products that did get a deal on the show for $500,000, though I don't think it closed. This is a thing that I learned in researching all of these brands and stuff, is that so many of them will get a deal, but then it won't close. There are very few that actually close after the show. It's a whole world I didn't know about. But this is the brand Incredible Eats. Incredible Eats. Get it? And they create edible utensils. So they have spoons, forks, knives, sporks. I think they're working on chopsticks, I think, as well. And their whole mission is to reduce the amount of plastic waste in the oceans caused by plastic utensils. So they created these edible spoons that you can use in all these different fun flavors. So I got 2 different ones because I've seen like vanilla and chocolate spoons. I was gonna get the chocolate ones, but they were all sold out. So I got the vanilla, but I have never seen like black pepper. I thought that was very interesting for things like ramen or like soup, but they had a ton of different flavors, which I think is really cool. I love their whole mission behind this, and I think they're doing quite well. I made some notes here. They actually started providing spoons for Dippin' Dots, which is a great deal. Good compatibility there. I like it. My business brain is very happy about this. I figured Chris will obviously want to try the black pepper one with me, and he's on a call right now. So I'm gonna try the vanilla. Hold on. So Lo, if you were designing a company that's going to reduce plastic in the oceans, would you then cover the product in plastic?
Rachel, I gotta be honest with you, I would not.
I wouldn't either. It has a little recycle symbol, but I've never seen anyone recycle this.
Wait, hold on, they're individually wrapped?
Individually wrapped. It says they're 200% carbon positive. So every box sold, we offset 200% of the carbon and plastic produced during production and shipping. This feels like something that the recycling people would look at and be like, we don't recycle this.
I think it's even less about that and more about the fact that look at all the packaging that's going onto it in the first place.
I didn't expect that when I was going into this. I just thought we would be doing spoons. Oh,
it is papery.
it is, but the outside isn't. But it looks like plastic.
See, they were a step ahead of us. Good job, Incredible.
Yeah, we went too far into that without even checking. I'm sorry, Incredible Eats. That's on me. That's on,
I'll step up with that. I'll
Yeah.
sign that apology.
Yeah, no, I apologize. There is paper in this, but it's just the outside of it. Okay, we didn't know. That's on me. Nice and sturdy too. I want to eat some ice cream with this. Ooh, I'm gonna have some of my gelato from my Ninja Creamy. Remember that video? That was great. Okay, let's try this out because this is hard and this is also. Honestly, I'm putting some force into this and it is not breaking. It smells like I was gonna say a graham cracker, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Those like little vanilla cookies. I mean, I know that's technically what it is.
Waffle cone?
Maybe that's what it smells like. It smells like a waffle cone. It's holding up. It's nice and thick. Like it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap on you, you know? Although I am gonna snap it off because I wanna know what it tastes like. Whoa, it's not the greatest tasting, but it's not terrible either. Like a really thick waffle cone. You know that like flavor? That's what it is. Like it's holding up. It smells nice and vanilla-y. I'm not mad at this. I just snapped it, but it's fine. It's fine. I need Chris to try these ones with me. Okay, I got the black pepper ones. They don't smell peppery. Christopher, I have some, I was gonna call it soup, but it's all chicken broth.
Still pretty good.
It is really good, but I have some edible spoons. These are black pepper flavored. Christopher, you didn't even give it a chance to taste it with the soup. You just ate it. You just ate the spoon.
That was the whole point.
Well, yeah, but you also have to like eat with it. Does it add pepperiness to the broth? Nope. It's a weird feeling, in your mouth.
Better or worse than a paper straw?
Ooh.
Just kidding. Nothing is worse.
It's a weird feeling though. And it adds 0 pepperiness. You can feel like they're quite sturdy.
It's not flimsy.
It's not flimsy at all, but did it taste peppery?
No.
It honestly tastes like a I can't think of the, you know, it's like a wood
Wavy.
No. It's
First word.
It's like a wood spoon, but it's not like a coated wood spoon.
A raw, unvarnished
Yeah.
wood. Yeah.
Oh, so mine's starting to get a little bit soft. Wow, this looks like a weapon. Could really use some damage with this.
Do not bring edible spoons to prison.
Technically, it is edible.
All spoons are edible if you're brave enough.
That's not the motto. Dang it, Christopher.
It's awful. I hate it.
It's a little bit cardboardy. Now I have to try the vanilla one. Oh, I do taste the pepperiness now, but it's not helpful after. I want it with the food.
It's a little bit peppery when you're biting it, yeah.
Good broth, though. That's all Christopher. Makes it a really good broth. It's so crunchy.
That's vanilla-y. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's better.
It's vanilla waffle cone, but like a really thick waffle cone.
Yeah, it's a very unpleasant texture.
Yeah, the texture is a little bit much, but I understand it has to be
But the
solid.
flavor is much better than the pepper.
I mean, it's pepper.
Yeah, but I've had nice tasting peppery things like chips and stuff like that. Specialty flavored black pepper. That can be good. That was not good.
It was like a black pepper waffle cone. But like, to me, the textures are the same. It's just one is savory and one is sweet.
Yeah, but
kind
the
of.
sweet works with that.
Yeah.
The savory did not.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can answer a question, because Lo and I were discussing this. It says this is recyclable, but this feels plasticky, but when you rip into it, papery.
My understanding is a lot of things will put recyclable on it, with the caveat that it's recyclable if you're in a region where the recycling takes that sort of thing, and that might be one place in North America, but they can still put recyclable on it. Don't quote me on that, but I know a lot of things around here say recyclable. The local recycling authority doesn't take them, so it's just kind of marketing.
Kind of depends. Okay, well, thank you very much for testing some pepper spoons. Next up, we're gonna talk about a product that uses dirt to clean. I'm not even joking, there is actual dirt in this product. This started by a guy named Bryce. He is a motocross athlete, and he was looking for something that was all natural, so when he was done working on motorcycles, he could clean. And he found that rubbing his hands with dirt first and then cleaning got a ton of grease out, which had him start Grip Clean. All right, now we're upstairs because I needed Chris to test it out for me. So it's a heavy duty hand soap. And what I saw online is that somebody put super glue on the palm of their hand and they tried to get it off with like regular soap and it didn't work, and then they used this and it took everything off. So I got the wipes and I got the soap, and the wipes are with Mark, so we're gonna see what he thinks. And then I have this soap and I have a Christopher.
No.
Lots of stuff on his hand.
I went out and rubbed my hands on the barbecue, which obviously I don't maintain well enough. There's a lot of grease and charcoal.
So this will be a good test to see if it actually works.
Very gritty.
Yeah, it has like pumice in it. Right, how did it do?
Pretty good job.
So I guess if you have a job where you use your hands a lot and you're out in the muck and the grime, like, this worked really well. Honestly, it worked really well, and it was really gentle and super easy. And then Mark tried it, and I don't know if he liked it or not. Hopefully he does.
Hey, pretty girls. I have been asked to review these hand wipes. You can see here my hands are kind of a little dirty from work. Let's give these a try. They smell good. That's a start. So I'm not scrubbing overly hard. They are doing a pretty good job for dirt as far as a hand wipe goes. So overall condition, you can see my hands they got the grease off, most of the dirt. I wouldn't say it's like a super deep clean, but I mean, it's fairly okay. This did fairly well for a test of not super dirty hands, but a little bit of grease on there, a little bit of dirt.
They ended up closing a deal with Lori for $85,000, although after the show, it didn't actually end up closing. But they did get a bunch of distribution deals, and I think as of last year, they had an annual revenue of $3 million, which is pretty awesome. Next up, I want to talk about this guy right here. This is called a Frywall. I guess technically the brand is called Frywall. This was started by a man named Yair, and he wanted to create something as an at-home chef that would be a sort of splatter guard that he could protect himself, but also be able to see into what he's cooking and also add things to it without it steaming or causing a huge mess. And I find that this is usually an issue when we're cooking, is that grease is splattering everywhere where we're frying something, even like a shallow fry. And as is the theme with most of these products, they got a deal with Lori for $100,000. The deal never closed. But the last information that I have is they're making about 1.5 million in annual revenue. This, by the way, is the same silicone that you use in a lot of different bakeware, apparently, and it's dishwasher safe, also a bonus. So let's put this to the test. Over to the stove. All right, so I put it into this cast iron and we are going to fry up a scallion pancake. I want to see if there's going to be like oil marks around here, if it's going to keep my stovetop from getting all dirty. Let's try it. All right, got some oil in it. It is hot. Christopher's going to be helping me since I'm going to be filming. Can see it starting to splatter a little bit around the outside here.
It's hard to tell whether that would have escaped the pan or not, but it's there.
Yep, that's fair.
A little bit more annoying to reach in. You know, normally I would come in at an angle. Still works.
Honestly, that smells really good.
These are great.
Oh.
Frozen scallion pancakes.
Nom nom nom. Can you messily move it around, Christopher?
That's why I'm flipping it more than I ought to, just to try to see if I mess one up or something. And I'm gonna splatter it back up. Definitely came up the wall here.
Oh yeah, yep.
I guess what I would say is, if I had done that, and I didn't have this, then I would have to clean off the counter. With this, I know I have to clean off this silicone ring.
That can go in the dishwasher though.
If you want to take off half your dishwasher, sure.
I mean, assessing the outside there, you can see it is sort of protecting the edge. I mean, it does do exactly what it's gonna say. Chris makes a good point. If you put this in the dishwasher, it's gonna take up the entire dishwasher. But I think that the construction is good. I think that it's doing what it says it's gonna do. So if you can see yourself finding value in it, like, it is working. So let me know if you've tried any of these products or if you have seen any other Shark Tank products that we need to try out next time. Leave a comment down below or check out the other videos that I've done. Maybe I talked about them there. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for new videos every single Saturday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, fantastic weekend, and I will see you all next week.